Might be early, but I'm still on time. That's how I do. Welcome to another program. That's what I call them over here. I am Vocal Than Modulus Tautology. Here to say, what's up? Way back in the days when hip hop began. And yes, I still am the man. And in demand, right? This is another demo. I'm still using the sample. I ain't deep dive yet still. I still gotta, it's hard. It's not easy. I was able to get online again today because, Facebook did some, new license agreement or something like that. I don't know what they be doing, and it's with StreamYards. That's what I'm using StreamYards to come to y'all. And today's title, I'm just going to get that out the way. Like, that's what Kevin was saying. Just, announce what your thing is about. And then, so the title of this program is The Theological Narcissism of Politics. Let me say that again, right? The theological narcissism of politics. A third time, like the dude Umar Johnson say, dude, give it to him 3 times, right? The theological narcissism of politics. Now, I mean, that title right there is dope, and then I could elaborate, but if you see the symbol that I have, I am giving you the epistemology. That's EPI, STEM. The STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Ology is a suffix meaning the study of. Basically knowledge, understanding, wisdom, and we love God. Now back to the parenthood. Now we're talking about the motherhood of humanity and the fatherhood of God. And that scares the bejesus out of a lot of people, It's sad. And it's really sad because we got certain people that talking to us like we scared. Now, when I'm saying we, I'm definitely talking about hip-hop culture. I've been over this over again and again and again because we are not conservatives, but conserving our culture is top priority. That's why I give you the top 10, quote unquote, right? But I include Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel, and the Furious 5. And trying to think of a good one. Curtis Blow. Those 3 right there, groups and sing, soloists and yada yada. They are the origin, along with LL Cool J, Run DMC, et cetera, right? But then that's when I go into number 1 being Rakim, Follow the Leader, right? And it was because of 1987's premiere track album, Paid in Full. And I put that as the number 1 greatest album of all time. Then number 2, I gave to the Pimp a Butterfly to Kendrick Lamar. Number 3, we're going to say Nas' Illmatic. And then number 4, I gave it to Lauryn Hill. Not for the Miseducation. I give it to her for the Unplugged. When she just had the guitar and just started spitting bars. And and I watched it on MTV back in the day. A tear came down my eye. And it was the most beautiful thing I ever experienced before, That's why I love Lauryn Hill. I would go see her tomorrow if she was at, the Spectrum, or the Spectrum's no longer with us. Wells Fargo or whatever, yada yada. Now they call the stadiums banks, ironically, right? Titled after banks. And then these same banks ain't trying to give loans to foundational Black Americans. Now, foundational Black Americans are the community. Hip hop is the culture. Together, blackness being a worldwide phenomenon is why the consciousness has taken over. And a lot of, foreign nationalists don't like it, especially on our land. Like, dude, this is our land, language, and law, too. We allowed these heritage, quote unquote, white Americans to stay, you know what I mean? Like, we could have did the Shaka Zulu as well. And we did in so many ways. We did. We breathed our blood, sweat, and tears on this land here. And we just acknowledge that. And that's why we look at Jesse Jackson and his son, Jesse Jackson Jr. Like, y'all know y'all pops was more Cherokee than African, right? But now we get into the argument debate of what percentages, and it's based on bones, like, the Negroid bone versus the Amerinoid bones, just like it's the Caucasoid bones. Like, I mean, that anthropology was some real ignorant shit, right? They might flag me for hate speech for spelling it out, and that's why I look at certain politicians with the rock eyebrow. It doesn't matter what your name is, but I'm still going through Obama fatigue, because I do not want to see this FLAG flag. I'm spelling it out so you understand what I'm talking about. Barack Obama is the FLAG flag. He doesn't, being a Democrat, he's not talking about the American FLAG flag. He's being very hypocritical, like a GER. I told you that's a derogatory suffix. All right. So when I call him a flagger and the algorithm hears me and it puts gay in front of it and start calling me homo, trans, xenophobic, it doesn't get more narcissistic, I guess, than that. Especially when talking about theology, right? Because then he wants to say that he's a Kenyan, American, German Jew. Now I'm talking about Obama, because of his mom and his grandparents and their heritage and how they came over and et cetera, but, so he had his family, half of his family line had slaves too, and then denying that his dad's side might have had slaves too in Kenya, right? Who knows the true history beyond 2,000 years ago? Because we've been walking this planet for over 2,000 years, and I'm talking about the Homo sapien. Even here in the lands of America, back at year, quote unquote, 0, when the Lord, our God, walked the earth and said we're going to continue to walk this earth together. Now, who's higher than, lower than, et cetera, playing favoritisms and all the other isms that we like my man Razcast says, every ism is a schism. Now we starting to understand Lionel's Face. That's a dope album. Check out Razcast's latest album, Leopard Eats Face. It's dope. It's definitely, educational when talking about the theological narcissism of politics. Are y'all starting to understand? Then hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Because I'd rather talk about games. I'm sitting there and I'm not saying I'm pretty much done. I say what I want to say. I'm still giving shout outs to Detroit HP TV. I'm still joined his group and hit the like button over there. If you see him in my thing, go check his page out. Join his page, hit the like click button, boom. Send me a $VOLOTHAMP Cash App. Send me $1. I'll send you 2 right back. That's the kind of game we doing over here. Dope. Real MCs. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you join VOLOTELEVISION Volo Television. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers and continue to build this hip hop nation. You see, way back in the days when hip hop began with Coke, Rock, Kool Herc, and then B-boys went to the Betas jams, but when they got shot up, they went home and said, you know, we not here to hate Bambaataa. We understand why he did the Zulu Nation over here. And when we know Shaka Zulu, 10 to 1826 or something, fought the South Africans over there. But the real hip hop is over here. I'm not here to argue with Tethers talking about I'm not Black American. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that I'm not African genetically as well as being Black Native American heritage, yo. Like, we can go over that, but I don't argue with you idiots. I don't even debate you anymore. I'm done reasoning, especially when I get hypocrites like Obama wants to come on here and beg for $5 for Kamala Harris, who's no better than, I mean, at best, she's a Indian, Jamaican, Italian, you know, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who cares? But at the same time, she's not hip hop, yo. You know what I'm saying? She don't know nothing about she don't know about real Tupac or, you know what I mean? Snoop. She might have, you know, flirted with Snoop Dogg or something. But other than that, it's a waste of my time hearing from her talking about some Jesus Blanco is more important than Volothamp modulus tautology, for example, right? And y'all can say that I'm being narcissistic all you want. I'm just here enjoying life because I love God. One God, our Father all the time, hip hop life. One love. Like Rakim said, music makes mellow, maintain to make melodies for MCs, motivate the breaks, I'm everlasting. I can go on for days and days with rhyme displays that engrave deep as x-rays. I can take a phrase that's barely heard, flip it, now it's a daily word. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. I'll be back later, man. I gave y'all more than enough today. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers on Volo Television. I holler back at y'all. Join the revolution over here. We definitely evolving consciously, because we love God, our Father, all the time, right? One God. God is love. Love is God. I messed up, right? Time is illmatic, yo. Money, nothing more than a fourth dimensional illusion that really doesn't exist. You lose your money, you lose nothing. You lose your health, you lose something. You lose your character. Game over, yo. We are resting. No, we're not coming to your rescue anymore. It's peace. We are resting. It's peace. The acronym of war is peace. Harmony and happiness I wish for you all. One. God is understood.